today as we look at Psalm 23, we're going to see that our living Redeemer, he guides us and he feeds us through life's journey. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He refreshes my soul by leading us to those green pastures and those quiet waters. The green pastures where every good thing is and every blessing that we receive from God. We get to enjoy there in those green pastures, and the waters are quiet. Did you know that sheep, they don't like to drink from running water? Like if the stream is moving too quickly, they're afraid of it. You know, my Savior knows what I'm afraid of. He knows my fears, and yet he guides me to a place where I can find peace. Those quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake, right? Sheep, they tend to stray. That's one of the things that we know about sheep, that they tend to wander off, don't they? Isaiah says that we all, like sheep, have gone astray. All of us know what it's like to kind of go off the path that God tells us we should go on. Instead, we go our own way, and yet our shepherd is so kind and caring that he brings us back in the way that we should go. We have all been far off the path of righteousness, but he leads us in the way we should go. Sometimes that way leads through these green pastures and quiet waters. Sometimes that way leads through the valley that can be very dark. And even though I walk through the darkest valley or the gloomiest valley, and of course many translations say the valley of the shadow of death, because what could be more dark than that? Even when we have to go through those kinds of trials and tragedies, even then I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Now imagine for a moment that you are planning a trip. Maybe this year you're already planning your summer trip, and let's say that you're going to go hiking in some place in the country that you haven't been before. And because you haven't been there, you're going to hire a guide to walk with you, to kind of show you the path to go on, and he's going to lead you on this hiking expedition. And the guide agrees to the trip, and he says, yes, I'll take you with me, but we only have one rule at my hiking company, that those who come along, you can't bring anything with you. Don't bring a watch, don't bring a compass, don't bring a phone or a device that you could switch on and off, or any iPad. Just leave those all at home. Don't bring any food, because I'm going to show you what you can eat along the way. Don't bring any water, because I know where the fresh springs are. Just bring a backpack with a tent and a sleeping bag. That's all you need. Just trust me and follow me. Now, some of you might say, okay, that sounds like an adventure. I'm all in. I imagine some of you, though, would be a little more hesitant and say, I don't know if I trust you. But let's just say that you go along anyway, and even though you were maybe a little distrusting at first, you said, okay, well, why not? It's vacation. Let's give it a shot. And so you're walking along the first day. The first day you've got all sorts of questions. Like a little kid in the back seat, how much longer do we have to go? When are we going to take a break? Where's the water? You know, we'd like to take a drink at some point here, and you're just kind of hiking. You've got all these questions, and the guide just keeps answering, well, don't worry about it. And sure enough, after a long day, he finds the perfect spot for there to be fresh water and a good spot for you to camp for the night. He knew what he was doing all along. Well, the next day, you don't have so many questions, but you do have some complaints, right? Like, boy, are you sure that we're going the right way here? I think I've seen that tree already. Are we going around in circles? Right now, it seems like we're going downhill when we should be going uphill, right? We might have all sorts of complaints like, oh, now the sun is too hot, or now it's too dark, or maybe this way looks a little bit too dangerous. Are you sure that this is the way we should go? And yet, by the end of it, he knew exactly where he was taking you, and it took you exactly to where you need to be. That journey is a lot more enjoyable when you simply trust that the guide knows what he's doing. Put aside the questioning and put aside the complaining and just simply trust the guide. Well, here in Psalm 23, that's what we're invited to do for our Good Shepherd. Just simply trust that he is guiding me in the right way. And sometimes that means the good days, the green pastures and the quiet waters, but sometimes that might lead through some pretty dangerous areas and some dark times, and yet we simply trust that Jesus knows what he's doing, that our good shepherd is going to bring us to exactly where we need to be. And when we look at Psalm 23, we see that the place where we need to be is with him, in his presence, even in his very house forever, the psalm writer says.